Hi everybody, my name is Willow. Today I am going to be making a remembrance bottle to place upon my altar in remembrance of my mother as Mother Day is approaching. So this is my mom, and I lost her in 2008 and her name was Janet. So what I did is I sized down her picture and printed it out, and I measured it to the size of the little bottle that I want to use. So what I'm going to add into this bottle is calendula, as this was one of her favorite types of flowers. I am going to add sweet pea blooms, as this was also one of her favorites. I'm going to add rosemary for remembrance, and also because she always grew rosemary. I am going to add rose for love, but also to celebrate her birthday, which was February 14th. And then I am going to add a couple of apple seeds, because apple seeds is for love and remembrance and healing. And it can also, because large amounts of apple seeds can have a poisonous effect, it can also be used for hexing and hex breaking, as well as spells of fertility. And then crystals I'm going to be using is I'm going to add a rose quartz, as it's the stone for unconditional love. I am going to be adding serpentine, and basically because it's the color of green that she absolutely adored. Then I'm going to be adding an amethyst to celebrate her birthstone of February, and then I'm going to be adding a clear quartz for amplify all the energies and also for them to harmonize. And then I have a jewelry stem, 3 small jumperines and 1 large jumperine. And then here I have see if I can show this. I have a bead of green, as she likes that color of green. Also a smaller one of purple for to celebrate her birthday. And then I have a little violet flower, as she loves summer flowers. Then I have a little rose charm as celebrate her birthday. And then I have a heart also to celebrate her birthday, because her birthday was St. Valentine's Day, February the 14th. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the jewelry stem and I'm going to run it down through the center of the cork. Now I already pre-made a hole here, and so this should be relatively easy for me just to push through. And the bottom of the jewelry stem has a flat piece, so that should secure it. But if not, you can use a hoop there, make a circle with it, and that would work as well. Now on here I have I'm going to apply the green bead, and I have a little silver cap on it. And then I am going to add the little purple bead. As such. Now I'm going to take my wire cutters and I'm going to cut this just big enough for me to be able to make a hoop there. So about there, maybe a little bit bigger, about right there. And then I got my jewelry pliers, and I'm going to try and make a complete, let me get better grip, hoop. There we go. And that should do it. So now I'm going to set that aside for a second, and I'm going to work on the bottle itself. The first thing I want to do is I do want to add my mother's picture into the bottle. So I'm going to take it and try to slide that in there, such as that. And then hopefully everything I put behind it will help push it forward, but not overtake the photograph. So I want to add some amethyst. So I'm going to add about 4 pieces. I got to make sure they don't go in front of the photograph. I think that's good. Then I want to add her green Serpentine, as she loves the color green, or she loved the light green and this. So I'm going to add a few of these larger stones. Now I'm going to add the the rose quartz for unconditional love and all the love that she has given to me through the years. My mama surely was my biggest fan, as the old country song goes. And then I want to add some clear quartz to help all the energy harmonize. And amplify. Now I'm going to add a twig or two of rosemary. No, first I'm going to add the apple seeds. I want to add a couple of these. And I'm just going to place 2. And there we go. Perfect. And then I want to add a couple of sprigs of rosemary, and this is from my own garden last year. So I just want to add a couple of those, one more. For in remembrance of my mother. And then I want to add some rose petal. So now I've added some rose petals to the bottle. And then I want to add a little bit of calendula, as this was one of her favorite flowers. These type of flowers, marigold, calendula, mums. Just love flowers like this. Bright yellow and the bright blues mainly. So I added some calendula. And now I'm going to add the sweet pea blue. Can you see the blue in that? So I'm going to add that in there as well. And then I'm going to place the cork. And I want to seep that cork all the way down in there, as far as I can get it. So did it do it? It did. And there's her picture with her. Now I want to add the charm, so I am going to take the smaller jumper rings first, and I am going to add the charms of the summer flower. Looks like a violet to me. The rose to represent St. Valentine's, her birthday. And the heart to represent not only St. Valentine's Day, but the mother's love and the love I had for her. So I'm going to take these jumper rings, and I'm going to add a charm to each one if I can, and close it back up. So there is the little summer flower, And now I am going to do the heart. If you hear a lot of birds and other voices and stuff in the background, it's because I'm outside on my lanai because it's too beautiful to be indoors. And the heart. And now I'm going to do the rose for her. Hear that mockingbird behind me and some crows in the distance. And then there's the rose. Now I'm going to place all of those onto the bigger jumper ring, and then I'm going to add the jumper ring onto the bottle. So the rose, the summer flower, and the heart. And then I'm going to add these onto the bottle. And close it shut. And there is the beautiful bottle I'm going to place on my altar for hope you can see how beautiful that really is. But I am going to place this on my altar in remembrance of my mother. If you decide to make a Mother's Day remembrance bottle for your mother to place upon your altar, leave a comment below. I'd like to hear about it. Thank you for joining me. Always stay magical and blessed be.